But let's start in Major League Soccer with the one and only Lionel Messi. Inter Miami visiting the New England Revolution on Saturday in front of 65,000 plus. That's how many were in attendance to watch Messi play on turf. Revs were up 1-0 very early in this game, but Messi with the equalizer here, Herc, in the 32nd minute.
Ah, what a ball through, what a touch. I believe it's Robert Taylor with the silky ball in through here. It's hard, soft feet by Messi, and then Messi gives him the hips, gives him the eyes, gives him the goal.
His 8th league goal of the season. 67th minute in the second half, still 1-1. Nope, make it 2-1. Messi with another goal.
Yeah, keep your eye on Mark Anthony Kaye, who's basically shadowing Messi around everywhere, except for this play. I don't know how he loses Messi there. He does. Leaves the most dangerous man on the planet alone, facing his own goal.
That was Messi's 9th league goal of the season. How about an assist? Yep, he got one here to his old buddy Luis Suarez for the 4-1.
All right, a couple things here. Kamaski with the outside of the boot, little flick to Messi. Messi with the hard ball in. Watch the indoor touch by Luis Suarez. Watch how he rolls the ball to him, sets himself up, uses the defender as a screen. Golazo.
Suarez, 7th of the season. Miami wins 4-1. They are first place in the Eastern Conference. So Herc, Messi does it again. What more can we say about this guy in Major League Soccer?
Nothing else. I mean,
should make for a short segment.
It's the best player I've ever seen playing Major League Soccer. I don't think it's a secret. I don't think it's debatable. You look at this guy's numbers. He's got 11 goals, 9 assists in the last 10 games in all comps. 9 league goals in the last 6 games. He's played 24 games in Major League Soccer since he signed with Inter Miami. He's got 22 goals, 11 assists. And I'm talking about primary assists, not the hockey assists that, you know, eventually Major League Soccer adds to or pad the stats. This guy has been as good as advertised. He's been that player. This is his playground, and he's making every single player, every single opponent look amateur. It's been that good. And when he's not been good, there's been a reason for it. It's been injury related. But when he's healthy, when he is fit, when he is on the field, he's unstoppable. Were
you surprised that we got him on turf? Because I think that was always a concern. Certainly late last year, would he play on turf? And if we go back to the big guys, Zlatan, it was kind of a no-go on turf. Thierry Henry, even before that, a no-go on turf. I was surprised, honestly, to see him start and play this game, given the fact that it was on turf. But then I guess when you consider there's no more CONCACAF Champions Cup for them, Leagues Cup still a ways away, and the fact that there's 65,000 there to see him. Zlatan wasn't pulling that, with all due respect. Henry wasn't doing that. With all due respect. So you can see why Messi would play on the turf, despite the fact that it's not the best surface. And actually, we saw Herculez player get hurt towards the end of the game on the turf.
That's right. You did get hurt on the turf, and you can make of that what you will. I have played on turf before. I'm not a fan of turf. I've had injuries before, and I can tell you what my knee feels on turf. It's not an ideal situation to be on, not an ideal surface. Now, was I surprised? Yes, because even though when he signs with Inter Miami, he lets us know that turf is no problem for him, that he's played on it in his youth academy days when he was at La Masia in Barcelona, and there wouldn't be an issue. He would still play. That's one thing you say to appease the people at the moment. But to do it, and I think you're right, the responsibility that he feels, that he holds to the people who purchase a ticket and come out and see him, and big-time people. I'm talking about lots of people. You saw Arrowhead. It was Arrowhead in Kansas City, and the people that spent their good money and filled a football stadium. You saw now Gillette Stadium. The Patriots pull in numbers like that. Excuse me, not even the Patriots pulled in those type of numbers. The last time you had a soccer game that even came close to this was when the New England Revolution made it to their final, the first final in their franchise history against the Galaxy, a final which they lost, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Who was there on that Galaxy
I was
team?
there.
Who was there on that Galaxy team?
Carlito Ruiz, El Pescadito with the goal. But what I'm trying to tell you is those type of moments merit that type of showing. This is a normal thing for Messi.
At the beginning of the segment, you said he's the best you've ever seen. It's not much of a debate. Yet if we go back to the beginning of the season, you remember we did kind of our golden boot picks, our MVP picks. I went heavy on Inter Miami. I picked Luis Suarez, who, by the way, has 7 now. Came off the bench here against the Revs, still got a goal for golden boot. But I picked Messi for MVP. I really thought, obviously, the storylines would be there, but I thought statistically, like, he would just dominate. You were less inclined to believe that. You thought that there would be more absences, that the numbers wouldn't be there. I mean, 9 goals, 7 assists in 7 MLS games. I think he's obviously going to be the MVP if this keeps up. The question then is Vela's record safe? Is that 34 goals safe? Because at this clip, he's going to get there.
No, it's not. You know what makes it safe? It's going to be safe. And you know what makes it safe?
You said statistics wouldn't be on Inter Miami's side. So far, they have been.
So far, they have been. But you got to go a long season for them to continue to be on that side.
We're a third of the way in.
And he's only 2 goals ahead of Chicho Arango. and he's got Danny Bouanga, you know, heating up. And they're going to have other teams who are not going to have these absences. And nobody ever put the talent of Lionel Messi or Luis Suarez in question. I told you Luis Suarez would have a field day in Major League Soccer, that we shouldn't believe what we heard about his knee. We shouldn't believe all these other things about him being old, et cetera, et cetera. They will do well when healthy, when present. But there is a Copa America. And until we see what happens, what the aftermath of that Copa America is, I still think I'm playing against these guys. I'll bet against these guys because Messi will always want to play for Argentina, will always want to give his maximum effort for Argentina. And every game that they will be available to play in Copa America may be the final, maybe a heavy workload, and then Leagues Cup. I don't think all these games in a congested calendar are in favor of Lionel Messi playing as many league games as we think. Now, the numbers are impressive, and certainly you can say if he plays 10 more league games, he could probably win Golden Boot, wrap that up, sure. But breaking Carlos Vela's record of 34 goals, 15 assists in a Major League Soccer season, in a season where you have Copa America and Leagues Cup, I'm not buying that yet.
Yes or no answer here. How close, what percentage of, like, the best of Inter Miami do you think we've seen? Have we seen, like, close to it yet?
No.
Okay, so to that end, that's why I think you can count on Messi, because they're starting to get healthy now. Campana's back, Taylor's back, Kramaski's back, and he scores. They're signing players every week.
Marias
got another
Oh,
Paraguayan international.
you're right,
now, right?
Rojas will be there. Fine, fair, great.
They're only going to get better. He's only going to get better with these players.
But he's got to be on the field for that. And if you're playing in Copa America, you're not.
I mean, he's showing up on the turf and dropping 2 goals and an assist.
That's all we could ask for.
In a meaningless MLS regular
That's
season
all
game.
we could ask for.
There's no reason to suggest that he's going to stop doing that.
So you say he breaks Carlos Vela's record, yes or no?
Yeah, I mean, based on this start, yes. I've made it a policy on this show. I'm not going to bet against Messi. And I'm certainly not, based on the fact that, honestly, with a half team around him, because everybody's hurt, he's doing this.
It's hard to argue against you when we see what he does to Major League Soccer opposition on a team that's clearly hampered by injury.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess part of this is also how bad the New England Revolution were, right? You can't talk about this 4-1. I know they had the flu and all that stuff. But
the flu.
It's a team that, well, the flu made Jordan better. It did not make the Revs better. They got,
Matt
what,
Polster
1 win
and Mark Anthony Kaye. I'm sure it's not easy to play with the flu, especially against a player like Messi, but call it whatever you want. They could have been hyped up on Red Bulls and had the best night of their life, and it still would have been very difficult against this version of Messi.
Yep, there you have it. New England Revolution struggling. Inter Miami, meanwhile, first place in Major League Soccer's